this Giro D'Italia is coming down to the final stage in the mountains, the Colle delle Finestre. But this is the man on cloud 9 today. Nicolas Prodhomme, in his 7th Grand Tour, takes his first Grand Tour victory. The 28-year-old reaching new heights of his own. Matt, what a win for the Frenchman. Absolutely spectacular.
2 fifth places, been aggressive all race. He's got stronger and stronger and stronger. He rode a really patient game towards the back end of the race, but there was a fair bit, there's a bit of a stalemate going on behind, but they were really riding at a solid tempo. There's only like 12 guys left, the GC group, and he was pegging them, so an amazingly strong ride, and has saved the Giro for Decathlon AG2R. Only his 2nd win of his career. He's been a journeyman. We're just saying he's ridden multiple Grand Tours in the past, but what a magnificent victory. You can see how much that means to him. There's going to be some proper champagne in the hotel for those guys, but a really well-deserved, a real workman-like victory today. They had to work really hard to get in that move. Picked and was the strongest, simply the strongest out of that breakaway, but measured his effort perfectly.
Do you know what, Steve? If you're going to have a late win, then this is when you get to salvage it for your team, because tonight they will actually be able to pop those bubbles. They only have 2 days left to survive. This is when you get to party ever so slightly.
No, absolutely. I think they're going to enjoy this one, that's for sure. But just because, you know, at his age, he's 28, and it just shows he's not like a star. Maybe he is now, but before, it just shows like his commitment, his dedication, his professionalism to win a stage over this terrain. 5,000 metres, you don't. This is not a lucky victory. This is you're really strong.
Well, that's it. And Robbie, Matt says there was stalemate behind amongst the GC riders, but also just because it was so damn tough out there.
Yeah, I think the nature of the course, it just suppressed a lot of attacking ambition in the group of the favourites. It was 5,000 metres almost of elevation gain today, but the temperatures was a really big one. Yeah. Everyone's speaking about it all day. It just wore the field down, and equally out the front in the break. There were a lot of riders up there with different intentions for the day, getting up strategically to be possibly a springboard, to help a GC leader. They were pushing the pace. And this man, Prodhomme, he just cruised along, just doing his thing, his share of the work, but not more. And he was the one that was able to just pop off at the end, whereas the others just capitulated all around him. He just kept on keeping on. And yeah, it's his first big win. It's his 2nd win in his career, first Grand Tour, and he's 28. I'm not going to say that'll be as good as it ever gets and he won't go on. Some riders just mature towards their peak a little bit later. Say he's 28, because I think we got used to, I find it crazy, 21-year-olds winning Grand Tour stages.
It's quite refreshing, actually, isn't it? A trend, all the riders are there too.
I mean, he's still young.
Here's a little reference. I won the first Grand Tour stage at 27. So that's why I just want to say 28's not old to get started.
Yeah, this is the start of the 2nd half of your career, Nicolas Prodhomme. What a year it has been for him. His first Grand Tour win today, his 2nd professional win this year. His first came at the stage, a stage in the Tour of the Alps, but this surely a career highlight. Oh, another day of a beautiful stage win at the Giro D'Italia, giving us all the feels here in the studio. I'm quite sure at home as well. And what I love about this sport, I think over and above any other professional sport, is these life lessons it keeps delivering to us on a silver platter. Matt, he said his legs were bad on that first climb of the day, the biggest day of climbing of any Grand Tour this year. He believed, he kept doing the hard work, and this is the result. He beat Isaac Del Blumentoro and Richard and all the rest. Let's be perfectly honest, here is the top 10 on the stage today. But I just love that lesson that he's delivering for us.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about his age, he's progressed. But to win this deep into a race on that sort of terrain and ride the last 25k on your own at the same pace, roughly, as the GC group behind is massively impressive. If I was him, I'd be framing that, not only the picture of crossing the line, but the riders that you put away behind you, because a massive win, and yeah, he's a slowly maturing rider, and just the emotion there as well. I don't think you could quite believe it, but in just under 5 hours of racing, you can go through a lot of different phases and experiences, can't you? But, you know, he came through at the very end.
That's the other crazy thing, like a stage like that. And they've done it in 4 hours 50 with that many mountains. Hey, we got the typo.
Well, it was 6, it's going to be 6 hours. So that's insane, isn't it?
Do you know what I love about that as well? If you look at the names in the top 10 in the stage today, only 4 of those names are not in the top 10 in the general classification. It shows just how honest a race and how honest a stage that was today. Steve. You know, this is a true battle of the true GC riders today, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, exactly. The terrain, it selects through being strong, and I think the only thing was Yatesy, Simon, who was he didn't look have his best day today, but Carapaz in particular, we spoke about it this morning. He just seems to be lacking that last one man that can really perhaps put Del Toro in the red, and I think UAE, they were comfortable there, so they were happy to let, not taking anything away from Prodhomme, but they were happy for let him go, let the time go, and put the emphasis on Carapaz to try.
Yeah, it was a bit of a win-win for Isaac Del Toro and Richard Carapaz, really, wasn't it? Richard Carapaz trying to make this a mano tomorrow and trying to isolate Simon Yates. Isaac Del Toro trying to keep his Mali Rosa and indeed extend his lead. Now Simon Yates, I think, by my calculation, has lost 24 seconds today. So Isaac Del Toro, still the man in the lead. He has now gained 2 seconds thanks to that sprint to the line over Richard Carapaz. So now 43. Simon Yates started the day at 51 seconds. He's now 1 minute and 21 off the lead. That feels quite significant going into the final day of climbing. Derek G is still top 4, 2 minutes and 32. And as you can see, only Michael Storer and Brandon McNulty then have moved up into the top 10, but time gaps as we would have expected.